Bro. Never. Did you guys know that was coming? No. Did you? Never in. I thought. Never in a billion years. It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. Houston, we are coming. We're coming in Houston. Tomorrow night, we will be kicking off KFC Radio Live 2023 tour, the one night only, one show only tour. Now, we fixed our little glitch problem for the first, 6 months of being on sale. We found out that the Addison Improv was only selling tickets in batches of 4 and 6. So a lot of people would go and try to buy a ticket and it would say $160. And so I understand why. It was so weird. Everything else is sold out, and there was 20 tickets sold to Houston, which means some motherfuckers are out there just buying 4-packs. But we fixed it. The club is now selling tickets available in 1, 2, 3, any number. Any denomination you want, you can buy the tickets. So you are kicking things off for us. So please show out. Go buy tickets. We are going to have our first.
I don't care if you guys come.
No. Okay.
Quite
the businessman, Johnny.
I was saying that earlier. If all the other shows weren't sold out, I'd care.
Oh yeah, if this one bombs,
it could be funny if it's just no one there.
Okay, well, that's the glass half full over there. I'm going to say I'd prefer it to be sold out.
That'd be nice.
I'd prefer about 350 more of you to buy tickets. But don't listen to John. But listen, we will spin it as something funny if it's empty. It could end up being the best show ever for 60 people.
Right. I'll say the N-word on stage. Fucking care, man.
I'm going to get canceled for laughing that hard about that. See you later, Tucker Carlson. Tucker gets the boot.
Wait till you see me say the N-word.
Tucker Carlson got fired from Fox News.
Oh, wait, before that.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we are going on the road to Houston, Dallas, Austin this weekend.
Minneapolis, Buffalo, and another place. Detroit. Get excited.
They're on sale now.
On sale now. I don't know when. The show is, I don't know.
November 17th, 18th, and 19th.
November 17th, 18th, and 19th. We're going Minneapolis, Detroit, Buffalo.
I can pull it up right here.
Yeah,
so
you pull it up. I'm trying to do that too, but let's.
Tickets are on sale.
I believe Minneapolis is a varsity theater.
Wait, we're wrong. We're announcing it. It's not on sale. This is how we do things around here.
We're going to put it on sale.
They are announced on April 24th.
But 26th, it'll be on sale.
26th with code KFC, they go on sale. But Buffalo and Minneapolis are definitely going to go fast. Detroit, I have no idea. But I recommend April 26th. Set your alarms for I don't know what time.
This is the worst announcement ever. This podcast is the worst. We are, without a shadow of a doubt, the worst business podcast in the world. Who really gives a fuck, dude?
But April 26th at some point. Oh, wait, all 10 a.m. local time. All 10 a.m. local time. Okay. Look at that. I just had to read further on the email.
10 a.m. on your time.
Agents listening, just fucking read the next paragraph.
Just read
idiot.
the words I wrote for you. Bills Mafia better show up. We conveniently we said, what does Buffalo love? The Bills. Yeah. Said, let's do it on a Sunday during football season. So if there's about 500 of you not fucked up and drunk or watching the game or whatever, and you want to come out.
April 26th.
Maybe
code KFC, 10 a.m. Full sale, April 28th. Hopefully they will all be sold out on April 26th. Buffalo, April 26th. They go on sale, 10 a.m., code KFC.
Get your tickets.
Last piece of house cleaning I'd like to do.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots Hall of Fame is being voted right now. One player per year is added every single year. This year, the ballot is one Mike Vrable, Bill Parcells, and Logan Mankins. It's
Vrabel's year, baby.
It is, without any help, it is 99.999% Vrabel's year. Okay, it should have been Vrabel's year.
I was going to say
a long time ago. He's the greatest free agent signing in Patriots
dicked over by
history.
them.
He's 8 for 8. I'm sorry, has 8 receptions in his career for 8 touchdowns. All of them monster touchdowns. He's greatest free agent signing. I think honestly embodies the Belichick era as good as anybody, maybe the best. And this year, without any help, he's more than likely getting in.
More probable than not.
What I would like to do is make a push right now for everyone to go vote for Mike Vrabel, so that when he does get in, I can say it was my fault. And every single time I talk to him for the rest of my life, I can go,
Remember
hey, buddy,
I got you in the ring?
had a hell of a career. You just need a little extra push. So everyone, please go vote for Mike Vrabel for the Patriots Hall of Fame so I can steal all of his shine.
They give you a bust. They give you a jacket.
A red jacket. And then I imagine there's a bust for the Patriots Hall of Fame.
I hope he goes up there and puts that red jacket on the floor and takes a piss on it and smashes that bust against the ground and says, this should have happened a decade ago. Fuck you,
It should have. He just needed me to help him out. That's all right. I got you, Mike. Don't worry about it.
We'll call it the Feitelberg induction.
just give me... He is a better man than me in every fucking sense.
Every regard.
Give me a little something that I can just twist a
over
little
Mike
bit of
Vrabel.
a knife and go, hey, you had a hell of a career. You needed a little podcast help to get you into that Hall of Fame.
You need a little push from Oreo 55.
Get you that red jacket, and hopefully, I'm going to tweet every morning. Make sure you go vote Vrabel. And
vote Vrabel. Vote Vrabel. Vote Vrabel.
Just go get him in the Hall of Fame, thanks to me.
As we were doing our podcast today, Tucker Carlson gets the boot from Fox News in one of the most stunning moves in media history, to be honest. That's not hyperbole. He was getting 3 million viewers a night.
Yeah.
That is I can kill someone and it shouldn't matter numbers.
Yeah.
That is other people have done things like murder and rape and it hasn't mattered. And
You might have been fucking Rupert Murdoch.
so everybody thought it was
I wonder how many abortions he's had.
Oh my god.
Boy.
Oh my god. Thousands.
That's what it was. They were like,
Thousands.
how many abortions has Tucker had? I don't mean paid for. I mean had.
Tucker, a lot of people thought it was the Dominion lawsuit where a lot of those text messages and emails leaked that had Tucker being like, these fucking morons still watch my show. This is unbelievable. Had nothing to do with that. It does, however, apparently have to do with Abby Grossberg, who was a booker at Fox News, who
I didn't know any of this.
she either quit or got fired like within the last year and brought a sexist lawsuit to Fox News. Like, yeah. No fucking kidding. You're Fox News.
But I mean, it has to be. I don't want to.
So here's what they said. Rupert Murdoch personally made the decision to fire him. That it has to do with this lawsuit where they already fired the producer of it. His name was Justin something, and now Tucker. She said that women were like subjugated and that men like were given preferential treatment. Like again, yeah. No fucking kidding.
That has to be a cover-up.
And that...
no, I'm not saying that's all good stuff, but I can't see how that gets you fired.
And then he said he didn't like his January 6th coverage, specifically that Tucker has made up this conspiracy that Ray Epps he's an Arizona security guard, I think he was the leader of the insurrection, and he just like isn't. He just flat out isn't, and like the FBI put him on a list, and they like started investigating him, and he's like, I had nothing to do with it. And
was he there? You said Arizona.
I think he's from Arizona or something like that.
Him and what's her name who got shot? Right? Isn't she from Arizona?
I think so too. Yeah.
Lauren Bobbitt, is that her name? What's her name? I don't fucking know. No, that's the chick from Colorado.
Yeah, but I think they were like, you're gonna get us another like defamation suit by saying all this shit.
I just got us 4 in 10 minutes.
I was gonna say. So here's the thing, though: a news anchor getting in trouble for potential defamation and a news anchor being sexist is not enough to justify a $3 million viewer a night show being poof gone. No farewell. No like 100 last days of Tucker. No, this is the final season. Not even one single show to grab your ratings one more time. Just poof gone. That means something like absolutely something else happened.
Yeah.
Because that is fucking nuts. I did quickly read a tweet that was saying, like, Rupert Murdoch's heir is and his wife are like hardcore liberals, and like
That'd be so dope.
Like, it truly is straight out of Succession. Like, so Fox News lost 900.
That'd be so funny. We're just changing everything.
Imagine, just flip the switch, because like my wife, like,
You thought MSNBC was bad.
Yeah. Welcome to Fox News, the most liberal place on the planet. They lost $930 million in market value upon announcing it. Whether or not you care what Twitter says, the like overwhelming 100% reaction is like, I'm done with Fox News. I'll never watch them again. Oh yeah. People are Tucker Carlson fans, not Fox News fans. They're like, I'm
Which
out.
is crazy because he hasn't had that time slot very long.
No, but
right?
he's
right?
Worked. Is that what it was? He took over from?
I think so. Yeah.
He worked that gig to perfection. He made the country dance like puppets. Whether you politics aside, whether you like him, whether you hate him, whether you think he's a weasel, whatever. There is no denying that what he did with that gig was fucking, masterclass in how to manipulate.
Dude, I'd never watched a second of it, ever.
I've only seen clip. I've never seen it on
I've never
TV.
even watched the clip. I've never even hit play on a clip, and I did recently. And I can't. It's not even the words that are happening. It's the tone. I'm like,
the hair, the bow
to this?
tie, the like. What do you have to say about that? Isn't that I find that
I couldn't. And this won't mean much of anything to you, but bad day to be a St. George's Dragon, as always. Every day is a bad day to be a St. George's Dragon. But
is that where he went?
That was like my rival high school.
And that's where Tucker went.
That's where Tucker went. Yeah.
That checks out.
If you knew about St. George's before you knew Tucker Carlson, you'd go, that guy went to St. George's.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, you just know it. He's like a cake eater. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I know it. Perfect match. Don Lemon also got fired from CNN. I think they should just wife swap. No, I don't think so.
He's not?
I don't think so.
I thought he was.
I don't think so. But maybe.
Jackie, fact check.
He works for CNN. He's got to be.
Just Google Don Lemon gay.
Me and my MAGA bros are laughing over that one. Imagine if those guys just swapped. No, I think we would have heard a lot of homosexual slurs if he was. It cannot take this long to Google if someone's gay. Did you Google, is Don Lemon gay?
Yeah, what did you Google?
What did you Google?
Don Lemon gay.
Okay.
Is Don Lemon gay?
Question mark?
He might be.
Okay.
Well, so am I. So might me and John. What does that mean? I don't think he's outwardly gay.
I thought like he had like a, I don't know, who knows, but I thought he was gay.
Him and Tucker should swap spots and just like make people's heads explode.
Dude, now you can't call either of us anything. You can't call. CNN
Tucker Carlson tomorrow could do a talk show, being the most liberal anchor in the world. He could do it like that.
Yeah.
And Don Lemon probably could do the same, being a conservative asshole. It's like Tommy Lahren used to be the liberal queen, and during like the Daily Show heyday when that was popular.
Tommy Lahren was
big time.
He is gay.
He is gay. Confirmed gay.
Gang shit. I knew that. I fucked him.
I'm so straight. I didn't even know if Don Lemon was gay, bro. Tommy Lahren, I think, used to work for like a hardcore liberal outlet, and then it was just like, boom, the Blaze is paying me more. Like, here we go. Ride the wave. But I want to know the real dirt, because you don't get fired from 3 million viewers a night.
Tucker Carlson didn't oversee a single sexist incident, and that got him fired.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. We'll find out on Monday when he works for Barstool Sports. Prepare for the Tucker Carlson Hour featuring Dave Portnoy. Imagine those two just do a podcast together every night. No, Dave. No, you take 2 bites of the pizza. I think like why these people don't get fired is not only because of the money, but because they know where all the bodies are buried and shit. You got to imagine Tucker has fucking some nukes to launch if he wanted to.
Oh, he definitely won't. But I
don't know though. When you do some shit like this, usually when you fire someone, it's like, here's your $100 million golden parachute, and we're gonna do it like politely and whatever. Well, you know what I mean? This was just like, poof, you're gone. Fuck you. And that's enough to make somebody go like, oh yeah, Rupert? Oh, it was your personal decision? Okay, Rupert. Let's talk about, the whatever. And, that's how you end up fucking.
But he hasn't been there that long.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean,
I would think
fuck.
O'Reilly would know more than him.
Probably.
Because all of Tucker's stuff has been post Me Too, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't O'Reilly fired during Me Too?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't have that bad
much
dirt in that time frame.
I also just think we're in a different world now, though, where it's like maybe even if he just has dirt because of who he is, not because of how long he was there, and he'll just be willing to sling it. I mean, you could, I don't know. They already tanked. I wonder if that's one of those things like, we tanked for a day. You say you're never going to come back. Go watch CNN for a day, and you'll be right back here. You know what I mean? Because maybe you love Tucker, but you can't stand the rest of the news outlets.
Yeah, that is. You know what's funny about what you just said there is that phrase that people used to love about Howard Stern. He said one thing in passing once, and people have repeated it for 40 years. Like, if they love you, they listen for 5. If they hate you, they listen for 10. Maybe that was true at a time. I can't imagine that happening.
Not anymore,
right?
I think back in the day there was probably like I can watch this channel or that channel, and I can listen to the people who I agree with. But you know what? That crazy guy who pisses me off. Like I got to see what he says tonight for whatever reason. Now it's like you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want, for however long you want. There's no reason to spend any amount of time watching something that you blatantly hate. Although I will say it's different than TV viewing, but like the hate following is for sure a thing. We see that firsthand where it's like, why are you following me? You fucking complain about me every single thing I say, and yet here you are. And you don't have, like, you could just, like, so there is.
I used to have hate followers.
That mentality is still for sure a thing, whether or not
but
it translates to like, I'll watch a fucking hour of television because of it. That's kind of crazy. But people do. You got to remember when you say something, you're coming from a logical brain, which is scary to think, but Oreo 55's brain is actually more well formed than some of these fucking troglodyte waterhead morons out there who are like, just want to yell, just want to watch the fucking gay guys at CNN to make fun of them. I don't know, whatever. So who knows? But this is the tippy top of the iceberg, I think, for the reason why Tucker Carlson gets the boot. I mean, I can't think of anything.
Aaron Rodgers officially a Jet.
Whoa! No fucking way!
What a day!
What a fucking
Back
day!
Seat, Tucker.
What did it take?
I don't know. I just saw the Barstool Sports. It's official. Here we go, and it's him in the colors.
Wow.
Here it is. Am I projected on the screen?
No, nothing's on the screen.
How about that?
No.
Nothing?
No.
All right. Packers and Jets have agreed to a mega trade, sending 4-time MVP Aaron Rodgers to the Jets for major compensation. Okay, yeah, there's no numbers on that, but that's what Aaron
Just major compensation
Yeah. So you guys probably won't have a draft pick for a few years.
for like ever. Wow, I really thought like just because of the Jets and their name and history and just kind of the way he operates, I was like, this is a leverage play. And when everyone got excited when he was like, I told them this is where I want to be, everyone acted like it was a done deal then. And I was like, that's what you say when you want to like put the pressure on the other guys. You know what I mean? That's not what you say when you really want to leave. You just leave, you just make it happen. You don't publicly like fuck over their leverage and all that shit. You quietly get it done because that's where you want to go. But I mean, that is as much of a move as you can do to put you in position to be a contender. I mean, that's like, it's been the one thing they have been missing forever. And now they finally got it. And there's that part of me that's like, you got him too late, or there's just been this part of me for so long that has been like, kind of trashing Aaron Rodgers that it's almost like it's such a mind fuck now to just be like, no, he's a 4-time MVP, he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, he's the answer, he's the truth, he's all that they need. But the Jets have never been in better position otherwise. Let's see, Jets get Aaron Rodgers, the Packers get the 13th pick, the 2nd round pick, a 6th round pick. I mean, that's like nothing.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer trade.
Bro, that's insane. The heist of the century. Wait, go back again. Let me make sure I'm
There's
reading.
a first, a second, and a
First, a second, a sixth, and another second that might become a first if you play 65. So let's say 2 firsts, a fourth, and a sixth is like I thought was going to be like the starting point that Green Bay would laugh in your face at.
Yeah.
I mean that's they got that deal for like Jamal Adams. There have been guys who have been traded for fucking a haul of picks more than this, who are a fraction of the quarterback Aaron Rodgers is. I guess when you don't have much leverage and they got to pick. The Jets get the Jets get the fucking.
You just swap the first round.
So instead of the 13, they get the 15. So that's one. That first round pick is a wash. That is a fucking heist. Joe D with the fucking all-time. This must have been like we have no shot of moving him anywhere else, and we cannot have him here anymore. And they fucking knew it, because that is a crazy package for a 4-time MVP I mean, I thought they were gonna have to give up like current talent. I thought it was gonna be a lot of robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like none of that. So everything stays intact.
You
keep all your young weapons.
You pick 6 minutes later.
Yeah.
Is it 10 minutes? I forget how long.
What the fuck, man? That is, see you later, Zach Wilson. That experiment. See you later. That's done. I don't know, man. I am always so guarded with the Jets. I reached a point, especially here at Barstool, over the years where the Patriots kept winning and the Jets just kept getting worse, that even when there is like even something like this where it's like get excited, I still am just so cautious about it. But with this defense, the way it's set up, some of the emerging weapons they had, and everybody coming back from injury, you put that together with Aaron Rodgers, it's impossible to say like you're going to win a Super Bowl because it's so fucking hard. But this probably has to be the best chance.
Does it make you the best team in the division?
I mean, they were winning games last year while running a 3-man rotation for quarterback.
Yeah,
like
but the Bills are the Bills. The Bills are sick.
Yeah, no. I mean, and that's what's fucking. It's a lot like the Mets right now in the NL East, where it's like, oh, you're finally good, and it happens to be in the fucking division that's like the best in the game as well. I feel like, and I feel like the Bills. It's almost like the Bills needed to win. Like your window is only so long with a full team. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like Josh Allen will be around for a while, but like I mean they almost took a step back. I feel like, you know what I mean?
I actually don't even know.
But the division will be stacked, and so it's not going to be easy. But as far as a Jets fan, like it's by far the best shot you've ever had,
for sure.
When does the schedule get announced?
That I don't know.
Yo, if we get a November 18th or November 19th Jets Bills, that would be nice.
You get Jets Bills in Buffalo while we're there for KFC Radio Live. Holy shit, man. I truly did. I did not let myself get excited because I was like, this is the classic Jets fans like
that's
get their dicks hard and for nothing. You know?
Be that broken where like the GM is publicly saying like he's coming here. Like, did you see that video of him with the boomer science?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, well, I don't know. It's like, the GM said it.
Dude, I really believe that. I really was like, this. That's when things go bad. Mm-hmm. That's when it's like, LOL, the Jets are the fucking clowns of the league. Now, all that being said, you still got to win a Super Bowl with the New York Jets. Yeah. It's like arguably the hardest task in all of sports. What do you think do you think the bar for him is like it's hard to say that like a New York Jets team is like Super Bowl or bust, but like people are going to put that on him.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
With the talent level he's getting. But what's funny is like
I mean, every team is Super Bowl or bust, but particularly when you have a chance and you have a Hall of Fame quarterback, it's Super Bowl or bust. See, now you're dealing with
But
whole new levels
now
of
the
pain
expectations,
now.
yeah, like the expectation, like you just said, like are we even sure you're the best team in the AFC East right now? But you've got to put the Super Bowl on your back.
Yeah,
that's what's so crazy about what Brady did in Tampa Bay. Granted, they had they won however many years ago, but like they were not a winning franchise that's always a contender and all that shit. And it went from like 0 to 100.
Yeah.
And so now that's what's expected. Now it's like you're expected to just go somewhere and bring them a Super Bowl.
But the difference,
guess who? The difference is Tom Brady is Tom Brady, and Aaron Rodgers is.
And I don't even mean that on field. I mean the locker room experiences with the two people are pretty well reported on.
Totally.
One is beloved. One has
issues.
I don't think.
But at the same time, I feel like we don't see it as much. But like, I think the Pat McAfee show has probably been great for him. I think he has a lot of fans in that regard from that sort of stuff.
But I'm talking locker room.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know because I actually don't know if that helps him or hurts him in the locker room because I think he's pretty open about it.
Yeah, you'll be talking to everybody. I'm thinking about it from a fan point of view, where it's like you go from any advice for playing in New York. Brett Favre picture: don't send a dick pic. I mean, that Favre year, people were gassed up. I mean, we were talking shit. That's the thing is like they, as a collective, Jets fans will go 0 to 100 too. You know what I mean? We'll be like, we're winning the fucking Super Bowl. Especially you get off to a hot start. The Jets are like 4-0 or some shit.
Yeah.
Watch the fuck out. We're gonna be so goddamn obnoxious. I say this all the time about me and my teams. Like you guys, people who think I'm obnoxious now, when my teams have historically lost every single fucking year of my life. Watch what happens if they're a contender. Watch what happens if somehow they make deep runs. What's his contract situation?
I would guess 2 years.
2 years? Yeah. So you have it locked in for a couple.
He signed a 4-year deal.
Unreal.
It is what you're talking about with winning with the Jets and getting gassed up at 4-0. It is interesting to see. Excuse me. That with with the Knicks, it's happening. I think for a long time that, and I'm sure I've said it before, and I think a lot of people have said it, where you're like, in the social media era, you can play anywhere, you can still be a superstar.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't think. I think you can be, and Aaron Rodgers transcends that. He's too big to be. He actually can be, but there's that next level of player where it's like Jalen Brunson. I never heard that name before.
Yeah,
you can't be a star in Dallas.
Right.
You have to be in New York.
Yeah,
you have to be in LA. You have to be in Boston. You have to be in you have to be in the major markets
for sure.
Again, Rodgers. It's weird that I'm using this to launch into that, but like I'm kind of using it to combine with the seventh half getting shut down after games.
Yeah,
where it is.
People were saying extra gear for sure.
People were like, "Oh, you have Instagram. You can be a star anywhere."
Yeah.
Not like a fucking star is a star.
And like you can see examples of it.
I think Green Bay. I think there will be even a difference in Green Bay versus here. Well, yes, Aaron Rodgers is a global star already. But I think the way he's celebrated will be a little bit different. If he goes 4-0 here, 6-0 here.
If he is good in New York, I mean, forget about it.
I think it was like the Oklahoma City Thunders of the world started that thing, and we were all like, "Yeah, it does make sense. You can't be a star,
right? No, you can be a star, but like Giannis is a star, right? Giannis shuts down Milwaukee. Well, if you come to New York, you shut down Manhattan.
Right.
Like you will hit that extra gear. My argument is always, is it worth the headache? Because if you don't win, everyone's a fucking asshole to you, and your life sucks. I would argue not, but I'm also not one of these competitive freaks who's been playing professional sports my whole life. If you do win, you are launched into like a level of celebrity that's like, it's like being a movie star. You're like Brad Pitt.
Right.
Like everybody knows your name because you're the guy who won the Super Bowl for the New York Jets. You're not just like known in your sport, and it won't even fucking matter. Yeah. Exactly.
You can still be in
that
Kevin
next
Hart's
level
rom-com, The Wedding Ringer.
Yeah. Like it does not. You cannot get that at Wawa, man. You can't get that in a lot of different cities. There's only like a handful of them, and he is poised to do that. I mean, it's just sports is so fucked up where it's like, okay, the bar is like, do the hardest thing in sports now. Otherwise considered a total failure. Holy shit.
It is.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to just watch someone who can sling it and play the sport the way it's meant to be played. Do you realize that, like, it's not that the Jets lose. It's that it was an unwatchable product for, like, 90%. I just went through it with the Mets where it was like, I look at guys that I used to be like, nah, man, this guy's pretty legit. Like, he's pretty good. We're like celebrating, like, Rajay Davis coming to the Mets. Like, he's a fucking player. And then you get a real team and you're like, oh, wait a minute. This is what it's like when you can actually watch a team who's successful. The fact that we're going to go, like, the way people used to try to force Zach Wilson, people being like, yo, he's going to be a franchise quarterback. No, he's fucking not. Because just look how it's going.
After, like, one game, people were like, he's got the tools.
Yeah. like
I remember Lil Gleason being like, all right.
You make, like, one third down conversion pass, like, down the sideline for, like, 25 yards in a semi-big spot. And people are like, flashes. He's got flashes of greatness.
People crown Zach Wilson pretty quick. Right?
He's fucking quick.
He's the guy.
We did A Star Is Born for Sanchez and Gino, and we had fucking Vic and Tebow and who's the one guy who made that video who hated me? Brooks Bollinger. I mean, we've had the list goes on and on and on of guys who were not just bad and not just didn't get the job done. Were on a level that was so unwatchable that when I would watch, a primetime game between, the Patriots and the Seahawks, like at their peak, I would be like, this is a different product that I'm watching. And the fact that I can just watch that week in and week out, because whether or not you win the Super Bowl, who knows? But Aaron Rodgers will be a quarterback who can score points and move the ball.
Yeah.
And it sounds crazy that is where I'm at, where it's just like, you're going to get me first downs? But God damn it, if that's not all I've been wishing for. Just like, give me something I can fucking watch and not have to puke over week in and week out. And it's coming for me at like the 11th hour, dude. I was like, I just can't do this anymore as a person. I'm wasting my time. I could be with my kids. I could be doing something productive. There's just no reason for me to give up this huge chunk of my day every week on the weekend.
Dude, the Jets suck so bad we had to make a sketch series to react to them.
Yeah. I mean, that was the only thing that kept me going was like the goddamn Jets was almost like, if you're going to be bad, make sure you're really fucking bad so I can make an episode of my show. And now it's just like, you're going to watch and they're going to win and they're going to be a contender just like that, That's what's crazy is because this kind of trade is so rare, It's like you either get lucky through the draft or like something crazy like Brady happens. But like how many times is somebody like this even available? You usually just ride off into the sunset. Nobody wants to go waste their final years with the Jets or whatever, The fact that they built a team, and you can never predict this, but the fact that they built a team and had the opportunity, you get rewarded by building a quality team. He's not going to the Jets if Joe Douglas doesn't build this team to be a winner everywhere else on the field right now, So it's like, you put yourself in a position to be somewhere that a quality player wants to go, and it's like the fact that all that has to line up perfectly. His contract, his desire to leave, his situation with the team and the fans, all lines up with the Jets and everything they've been doing. And they're not ready to bail on. If this happens a year or two earlier, maybe they're like, no, we still got Zach Wilson. Yeah. All of that shit lines up perfectly to happen. And then they work out the deal of the century. As far as unless I'm like reading it wrong or there's more that's not being reported, swapping firsts and giving another conditional first along with a fourth and a sixth is nothing. Because guess what? All of those draft picks from the Jets every year, they don't do shit.
I don't get why the Bruins have a lot of their current players are trades. Like your stars are Pasternak and McAvoy. Those are 2 draft picks. You kind of just get lucky. I mean, they were 2 higher draft picks, but you kind of get lucky. But I think people value, kind of like an unscratch scratch, like we were saying earlier.
Yeah, the potential. People love the potential of prospects
the potential.
and picks.
Traded for Hampus Lindholm.
Totally.
Traded for Linus Ullmark.
Absolutely.
Traded for fucking Dmitry Orlov. Traded for Garner Hathaway.
But what I will say is usually in football, some of these guys, and basketball definitely, people will give up like first-round picks for years. And if you don't hit on that pick, you can dig yourself a fucking hole that you can't get out of because now you can't draft the offensive lineman you need. You can't build from the inside out, all that shit.
You can trade for someone who is not a risk. Like it's once you're trading, trade a first round pick for someone who's not a risk.
Bro, the We have shirts, the King of New York already for Aaron Rodgers.
I like the
Which
Mr. Rogers neighborhood
is-
one. That's a good one.
What's that?
Mr.
Rogers
Rogers
neighborhood is awesome with the New York skyline in the background. It's funny for two reasons. Number one, it's like, hey, no pressure, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Number two, there's nobody to say like, bro, Aaron Rodgers isn't the King of New York. XYZ is the King of New York.
Yeah.
Like
Daniel Jones
with the
is.
Jet. Yeah,
Yeah.
like no, Aaron Rodgers is already.
Yeah.
He has not played once. We're getting photoshops of him in Knicks jerseys, and that makes you the King of New York. That's fucking nuts, man. So, all right, something to like. God, if there's just some world where the Mets and the Jets are the Knicks are winning in the playoffs, the Mets and the Jets are contenders. It's just, and that is it's like, actually, this actually ties in nicely to what I was going to talk about on the podcast. I had this video that I took the other day when I moved into the house, and I feel like I've just like pressed the reset button on life entirely. This was all of my earthly possessions are in this one room. That's it. That's all that I own. I purged everything else. I got rid of fucking and most of these boxes are like silverware and shit, like, you know, like things you need for your house, not like stuff. I got rid of everything. I got this new house. I got a quarterback. I got a baseball team that can win. The Knicks are winning in the playoffs. It's like I'm a fucking caterpillar, Feitelberg.
Yeah, the curse is gone.
Well, remains to be seen. 'Cause I did flood my house on the first night. I flushed this toilet. That
Playing
was
the hits.
100 years old. I flushed the toilet. It was swirling. It was going down slowly, but it was going down. I walk out of the room like any human does after they flush the toilet, and I'm getting changed, and all of a sudden I'm hearing like trickling water, and I was like, did I like leave the shower running? Walk in there, 2 inches of fucking water, which promptly leaked down to the bedroom underneath it. So some things will never change. I also experienced my first ever. You ever ask yourself like, what would you do in a horror movie situation?
Yeah.
And I went through it. So there's some weird shit going on. And remember, I said to you, I got this house and this piece of property for a price that is really fucking ridiculous. And so I said, this house must be garbage. And the inspection passed with flying colors. And I said, this must be a murder house. I'm saying like Chris Benoit used to live here. The only way this house could be this price. And then I took so many pictures and videos recently. And then, the other day, my dad sends me this picture. And he says, you've already got a squatter. He sends me this picture of this statue on the lawn.
It's one of the more horrifying statues I've ever seen.
It's terrifying.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh
I'll send it to you.
It is. It looks like a kid in Pompeii. Like
Yes.
a kid who was just running and a volcano erupted and froze him solid. Like Medusa looked at him.
Yes,
and he's stoned.
I think somebody poured concrete all over him, and there's a little boy frozen inside there. He's wearing a Freddy Krueger striped polo shirt.
His clothes are ripped.
His
right?
clothes are ripped. His hair, it's real hair. It's real hair, and it's like frozen though. It's like you could crack it.
It's
I walked the property. Me, my mom, my dad, the real estate broker, their side, my side, the lawyers. I walked that property 3 times before moving into this house. That statue was never there. That statue was never fucking there. And not one of us. Maybe like, oh, I didn't go back into that corner and didn't see it. Nobody notices it. Nobody notices a fucking 3-foot statue with rocks like put around the feet at the bottom.
I believe they call that a cairn. It's what you put over a grave.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So
Your house looks like it'd be super awesome.
super haunted. So then, the first night I'm there, second night I'm there, I admittedly was going to go out and make like a video being like almost pretending I'm just seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
And as I walk out there, to make this video, I look out in the back, and that light is on in the shed.
Oh, no.
Nope.
I'll send this video as well. And so I have a series of videos that I made because I'm walking out there about to be like, let me get my horror movie on. Like, I'm going to start acting, you know?
Mm.
And then I see the light, and I actually get scared because I know for a fact I didn't go in that shed and turn on the light. And I asked my dad. He's like, no, I didn't turn it on. So now
Bro,
if
your dad's just fucking with you.
in a big, creepy, wooded backyard where 10 feet to the right is where the statue is. Now all of a sudden I have a little shed, little light on. And I am like, we'll put the video, my video in the YouTube video. I was like, I went from quickly like, I'm going to make this scary to being like, I'm fucking scared. And so I was faced with the like, what do I do? And I thought about it for a little bit. And then I just go, I'm going back inside. Fuck
Yeah,
this.
100%.
So, but then I went stupid white people. And I went out there. And I confronted it. And it was like legitimately the scariest thing I've ever done. Like,
You're on Fear on TV?
I was really like, this is probably just somebody turned on a light. But I don't know, man. It's really kind of shaping up to not be that way. I really, like, logic dictates that none of us saw that fucking statue, but I really don't remember that either. So all of a sudden I've got two very strange things happening. And I went out there, and we'll put all the videos up. I mean, my heart was fucking pumping when I went out there. And I went in and like opened the door, and it's like a creepy old shed, dude. I had to unlatch. Oh, this is me coming out of it, I guess. I like just walked up to it. I was like, hello. I mean, that is fucking creepy. I kept putting it on me like, I was like, you know, full grown ass man being like, my heart was fucking racing. And I opened it up being like, I don't know, I'm going to fucking get decapitated or something. Like, there's going to be a ghost in there. I don't know. It was the closest I've ever been to like a real life, like, I am actually scared. Any other stuff that anything goes bump in the night, I was always like a little bit like, oh, this is weird, but I'm like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
This, I was genuinely like, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. I was like, take me back to the city. I want to go back to the Bronx. I don't like this shit. I'm in the darkness. There's no lights. I'm in the woods. I'm in the lawn. No.
People are rarely serial killed in the city. It's usually out.
Oh yeah, definitely out there. So I call this little statue Oliver. I don't know, he looks like an Oliver to me.
Because you also can't get rid of it. Like,
I'm not touching that thing.
Yeah. So it's just.
So now it's just there.
You can't throw it away. You can't, like, it just has to be there.
I'll stage your place for you for $100.
That's done. That's content. Jackie Sage's Clancy Manor. Try to get rid of the fucking ghosts. Okay, you're gonna go out there and deal with the statues and the lights and shit.
Well, not at night.
Well, that's when the ghosts are out there.
Well, no, I'm not gonna do that.
$500.
600.
She's learning. Okay, yeah, sold. Nope, sold. Because we will fuck with you so
I
bad.
don't fuck with ghosts. I don't like. I keep my.
You just offered out of nowhere to fight off the ghosts, and then you say I don't fuck with ghosts.
I thought until right now, I thought you said stay at your place.
No, Sage.
Sage.
Because I was gonna say you should stage, but I know that you're not gonna do it. But I was trying to make.
I actually have bought Sage before.
Have you?
Yeah, because I needed to exit. What are you doing? What are you doing that for? Keep going like this.
It's new. I don't know.
Don't do that. It's not very becoming. You saw that, right? Just keep going.
Yeah, it's like dirty white Air Forces for your face.
That people call me.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. We didn't ask you how we talked a whole segment about Tucker, and we didn't ask you how you're dealing with it.
You lost your hero. That's your nightly show, right?
J6 Jackie.
I keep cutting all this out, so it's like.
No, people don't even get it.
It's like it's too hard.
Jackie's like, these things come in threes. Kevin's house is haunted. Tucker got fired. I wonder what the next one is.
I'm not, for the record. Like,
You're not, for the record, talking into a microphone. Is what you're not doing again.
Yeah, I was going to say, for as much as she's learned
well,
to
I'm gonna cut
negotiate.
it out.
All right.
This show is brought to you by Betterhelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. Me, not so much personal, because then I wouldn't have a show. But I encourage all of the listeners to do exactly that. I obviously am joking and have talked about it ad nauseum on this show, and you're probably sick of me talking about it. But I enjoy going to therapy and having one outlet where I can, talk things through. Because therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness, which I have too much of, and understanding. Because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through things. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It is entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/KFC today to get 10% off your first month. And just be a better person to society. You know, that's what it is. BetterHelp.com. That's better. Help. I don't know why help is spelled out. HELP. Better is spelled BETTER, if you're wondering about that. BetterHelp.com/KFC.
In as much as I hope I've pressed the reset button on life, we also we got to sit down with a person I didn't even know was a bucket list possibility.
Wait, I'm sorry. Before we get to that, this is going to be maybe a quick segment, maybe not, but it does tie into what you were just talking about, kind of.
The ghosts?
So, yeah, in a sense. You brought what you wanted to talk about on the podcast today.
Yeah.
I had something I really want to talk about too.
Let's go.
If you could make anything, I don't know. I just saw this on Saturday afternoon. If you can make one thing legal, well, what's one thing that's illegal that you think should be legal?
Prostitution.
Grave robbing.
Naturally. Totally. I'm absolutely on board with that.
Okay.
Why is that even illegal?
That you should do that to the graves that your house is built on. It is. I don't know.
They're dead.
I don't know why I thought.
I think it should be illegal to bury people with stuff.
Agree.
Like
I was
the
watching
fact,
some show when someone got buried and they were just like adjusting their rings.
I gotta be honest. The funeral home steals that stuff, right?
No. Wait.
You don't think so?
Wait. What'd you say?
You don't think they, like the people at the funeral home like pop that off?
Oh, yes, I think they probably are.
Yeah.
Well, no, because that's hard because it's still an open casket.
Yeah,
So it's
I
tough.
mean, typically you close casket.
Maybe if
and
a
go
girl died on
straight.
spring break, they steal her toe ring.
Wait. No. You dress them up for the wake, and then you close that shit up, and like there's some room. There's some
that's
time.
true.
You're not going close open
I
casket
think
to the ground.
that's criminal.
I definitely, for every funeral I've been to, it's been open casket. You close it, put it in the hearse, go right to the.
That's what I'm saying, though, dog. There's this in-between period of time where you know that you can go get grandma's fucking diamond necklace off. They're going to do it. You got some guy in the back of that hearse. You got some guy in the back of the funeral home. We just need to prepare the body real quick. Yeah. Taking that shit off. That I do agree should be... You shouldn't be able to rob the people.
If you're going to do it, you got to dig it up.
You got to earn it.
Yeah. I think if you...
I don't know. I feel like you're a dumb dickhead if you put some valuable jewelry on a dead body that's going to go in the dirt.
I completely agree. I just think you should make them earn it. I think...
Fair.
I think if you were in the middle of the night digging up a grave in the cemetery at closing hour should look like the front gate should look like Home Depot.
Yeah,
There's
like
a bunch
Black
of
Friday.
people with their
Everybody
own
runs
tools,
through at 5 p.m.
ready to go to work.
Yeah.
And then the light goes down.
No, wait. Let me ask you this: Are you under the impression that there's like a lot of value on these dead bodies? I feel like there's only a couple things here and there, right?
Probably, but like
Most people are poor and they're dead. Like it's.
Good point.
Like, we're not talking
Good
about, like,
point.
pharaohs in Egypt. Those people would put humans in there with you.
Yeah.
You imagine that? The
show
day
I was watching,
when
they were
you're
just
when
fixing
you're
a
when
ring.
you're like King Tut's girlfriend and he bites the bullet and you're like, fuck. Well, that's it for me.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna get locked in a fucking pyramid for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that sucks.
That
Yeah.
sucks, dude.
I want to grave rob the fuck. I got 3 days. There's probably still a live girl in there.
if I hurry up, I can get myself a cool sarcophagus and a girlfriend.
There's a woman with exceptionally low standards in here.
She'll do anything.
I'm the
dude.
last man on earth as far as she's concerned.
That shit was nuts. They used to put like pets and humans and all sorts of things in there. But really, all of our rules about like, I think it's like an illegal disposal of a body and like desecration and shit. I understand there's like some medical, like, you know, you can't have like it's diseases and shit can happen too. Yeah. But I think a lot of them are also rooted in like religion, basically. Like, you need to like properly dispose of the dead, and it's like, fuck that, let that shit rot in a field. I don't know, it'd be fertilizer.
Dude, even
like a fucking vulture will eat it. I don't fucking know.
If I was like a Marine, like I'd be like, leave me behind.
That's what I mean.
Like,
throw me. Don't, like,
I think that goes for alive people still, not wounded. I think you can leave a body on the field.
I would hope. Like, yeah, people,
like,
when people are like,
do not risk your life to get my body back to my parents.
When you see a movie where they're like, I don't know, you're on the Oregon Trail, you're back in like colonial times, whatever, and they like throw the dead body on the back of the horse, and they're like, we got to get him home to his mom or whatever. It's like, no, it's a dead body. They don't fucking need to see that.
I was an organ donor anyway. I will donate it to vultures. It's fine.
Yeah, right. I'm becoming one with the earth. I don't know. I want to be reincarnated in something in nature. Leave me the fuck there. I'm dead. And instead, you're gonna pump me full of expensive shit.
Put me in my best suit.
You're gonna put me in my best suit, put jewelry on me, and then put me in a $10,000 box, and then dig like a $10,000 hole and bury me. Because what?
It doesn't make any. It was, again, I forget
fucking
what show I was
nuts.
watching, but it is.
But yes,
it might have been Always Sunny when he tricks the family. He tricks everyone. Everyone thinks he's going crazy, so he tricks him into digging up a dead mom.
That's probably it.
You tricked me to bury my dead mother because he makes them all think she's still alive. You all thought I lost a step. She's in the grave with the shovel crying. Dennis like, Mommy, no! That is in all times.
All time, man.
Mommy!
But okay,
anyway,
so prostitution and grave digging.
Prostitution and grave digging.
Maybe combine the two, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
Get some prostitutes to fucking dig. You can pay the prostitutes. What do you want to do? You want me to suck your dick? No, I want you to dig this grave up.
I'm gonna get tired. I'm gonna get some calluses in a minute. So you just hang out.
Hit that shovel, babe. Also, you're right. Like digging a grave, like digging them up is so hard.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have a
you
backhoe,
can't use a backhoe.
If you use a shovel and you dig out 6
it's like
feet,
storage wars.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You're gonna put in some money. You might get nothing.
Yes,
but like, you gotta put in time. Put in the hour.
Strike gold.
You might get
literally.
time.
Yeah.
Last thing before we move on. And I was gonna just check this out on my own because I could very easily, but I thought it would be funny to figure out the answer on the show. Can we Google? Can you eat Zins? Because you boys been eating a lot of Zins.
I thought you were gonna be like, because it's really a pain in the ass, but you already are. You're asking.
I'm eating about
for people who don't know. You're asking, can you swallow bags of nicotine?
Yeah,
is really what you're asking.
What happens?
What happens when you swallow?
I'm gonna guess. Just take.
I actually did, now that this is about to be revealed, that I'm now nervous because I thought it was gonna.
Yeah, wait. Close your eyes. Don't read it yet. Yeah. What do you think happens?
I think nothing happens, but like now there is the concern.
There's no reason to panic. It's tobacco free and therefore will not cause any interior body rot. Does that say rot?
I don't even know where you're reading.
Nicotine would be absorbed into your bloodstream.
It says riot.
And then you, the same way as if you had put the pouch under your lip. It sounds like that's a.
So
you know what?
Fine. It's a good buzz.
Why don't you start eating them?
I'm parachuting
instead of being an asshole.
So actually, now that I think about it, I'm parachuting nicotine.
Yeah. Rather than being the asshole sitting there with your fucking pouch in, your lip in, you're talking funny, I just eat them. They just go through my stomach.
I don't intentionally eat them, but I fall asleep with them every day. So
oh my god!
I every morning starts with me going through my sheets looking for it, and I go, no, I ate those ones last. Because
it says if you eat like 1 or 2, you're fine, but anything more, it's like then you're gonna have to.
Yeah, it says 1 or 2 in your lifetime.
I crossed that bridge last week.
How about this? It also says.
Wait, what happens?
It's also incredibly important
Cancer?
to keep your nicotine pouches out of the reach of children. Yeah, we know. Nausea, vomiting, headache, stomach ache, and a loss of appetite, as well as dehydration and increased blood pressure.
Oh.
Although fatality rate of nicotine poisoning is not high, it does mess with your system, such as increasing, then dropping your blood pressure. And it's something to keep in mind when you feel tempted to swallow your nicotine pouch again. Well, you're not doing it on purpose.
I'm not doing it consciously. I'm asleep.
If you put in a Zyn and then you're just like, I'm done. Oop, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah. No, I take that. It's just I fall asleep and I usually like I unconsciously like I'll like pull it out. It just like happens.
It's like
there's
swallowing gum, dude. 6 with you for 7 years.
Yeah.
That's
Sometimes I
lie.
just fucking eat it.
You are a despicable human.
It's about as good as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be not recommended, but not that bad. But I thought it would be funny to find out live on air if it was like you're going to die.
Like everything else in life, not recommended, but you'll be all right.
Yeah,
that's really what life comes down to. As I was saying earlier, we've got a bucket list guest for me on the show, Killer Cameron. In my wildest dreams, like a bucket list thing for me would be like Mike Francesa, right? Or like we would love to have Joe Rogan on the show, or Dave Chappelle, or Chris Rock, or some of these major comics. But those are more feasible than what just happened, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because I can see an avenue of like 6 degrees of separation. I don't know. Bert Kreischer could just be like, Joe, these guys are awesome. And Joe decides to listen to him that day. Mm-hmm. It could happen. You know, it's not gonna, but it could. I couldn't even fathom any avenue in which Cameron comes on KFC Radio. And not only that, Cameron, who publicly said, I'll do a podcast with Gilly and Wallow, and everyone else is going to cost $175,000 for an appearance. That same guy just came through KFC Radio and not only kicked it with us for like an hour and was like a great conversation, also was like so gracious and so appreciative and like, thank you. And I think it's because he's like, I'm going to make money off these white people. But I think he also meant it a little bit too. He was like, thank you so much. And either he meant it or he was acting, and I appreciate that too.
Yeah.
Either
Completely
way.
separate from all that, I have started bartending. No, it's a joke that I don't have money. I'm not bartending. We did not.
Imagine if we dropped $175. Imagine if we paid $175,000 for a podcast interview. How good that interview would have to be for you to be like, worth it. Worth it.
It's impossible.
Impossible. So we got Cameron on the show. If you told 1998, 1999, 2000 KFC, even later than that, even like the oh boy, hey ma KFC, that Cameron would one day come on your show. I mean, never in a million years would I believe it. But he and Mace have what is probably going to be like the new, freshest, best show of the year. I feel like there's always a show every year, like Are You Garbage, Stuff Island, and now I think this year it is what it is Mace and him doing their sports talk show, kind of like Skip Bayless and Stephen A. And it is fucking hilarious because that I've always said rap and comedy are so tightly knit because you're basically just like telling punchlines and jokes but doing it in rhyme form. And so those guys have always had like the comedic chops, and now they just don't give a fuck anymore. So they say whatever they want about whoever they want, and they're just going to make headlines every single show. So Cameron on KFC Radio, we'll get to that in a minute. First, we said that there was a line when we had the golf party. We just said that there has to be a line after the Barstool Beast jacket. And apparently there is just no line because we now are buying blue check marks.
The thing with all...
And when I say we, I mean Barstool. Like people at Barstool buying blue check marks.
It is... here's where my allegiance is going to lie with blue check marks. Whatever group it may be, blue check marks or non, is currently acting lamer, I will go to the other side.
I feel that because I'm not gonna pay for it, but I also don't like. I'm not gonna yuck your yum like you say. You want to pay for it, you like it, fine, whatever. But it depends on who's more obnoxious about it.
And there was at first it was very obvious. At first it was like, oh, you paid? That's lame, because it is. It is lame to pay for fake notoriety. Yes. It is, but of all this. The most lame thing is caring one way or the other.
Yeah,
caring as a whole is always the lamest. So, like, if you're passionate one way or the other, it's lame. But right now, it is a bunch of people who bought check marks, trying their best to explain why it's not lame.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that comes off as even more lame.
Right.
So
it's like you're making it worse. You're making it worse. You think you're making it better. You're making it worse.
I fucking bought it.
I remember when Elon first bought it and talked about it, I think I had a tweet saying, like, I think I'll pay for it because he said something like, your shit gets amplified and it gets promoted and like all that shit. And I was like, oh, there's actually like utility to that. Like there is some inherent value in it. That was when Elon like was first buying Twitter. And I thought, we put all our eggs in the Twitter basket. If Elon comes in here and somehow turns this thing into a platform that matters, I'll fuck with it, you know? Clearly, Twitter's always going to be Twitter.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
however
like,
long Elon's owned it, it's just a shit show, the same old shit show that it is.
Who doesn't understand what it is.
What you bought. Yeah.
It was the uncool kids. Like everyone on Twitter,
we found our own little cool. We made our own little.
Like the people who were cool on Twitter are not cool people.
Right.
Like
we're all internet nerds.
That's why Barstool put all our eggs into it, and because they're not cool people.
Right.
And we're like, oh yeah, this is our fun little weird corner.
Yep.
And like you come in and you're like, I'm gonna. His mission statement has always been completely unknowable. It's just it's with the winds. It's like
he's just playing with his toy, and it's like I'm gonna do this. Wait, that didn't work. All right, I'm gonna do this. Right. That doesn't work. So let me go here.
It has been like I'm here for free speech. Like I've seen that there's a viral blue check mark. Like I paid for this because like George Washington would have paid for it.
What the fucking killing yourself,
and that's why that person has very solidly placed the blue check marks in the lame category.
Yeah. I was like, that's who you're associating with.
But it's just the whole thing. I'm thankful for Elon Musk buying Twitter because it makes me like it less and less every day. Because it is.
I'll get away from it. Yeah.
It's like I just use it less and less every day. And look, it's not good and blah 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 blah. I don't really fucking care about that anymore. But it is. It's just
I also like people get so bent out of shape the other direction too. Like the porn bots, there's a lot more porn. Like I don't really care about that. Like I don't know. I get those tweets that's from the girl that says like do you want this or whatever.
Oh, I've seen that.
I get like a ton of like every reply has those. I'm just like okay, whatever. I just scroll past it. It's like it's the bad side of it isn't that bad either. It's just it's fucking Twitter, man. It's just like the weird little playground that we set up. Like who fucking cares this much? But you can go ahead and tell yourself that you bought it for whatever reason. You bought it for the reason. The reason what the blue check mark represents is the exclusivity and the notoriety, and you can talk about all the other things that Twitter Blue might provide you. Twitter helping you with your videos. Twitter is not a video platform. If you care enough about your video content and its success, you're not on Twitter. You're not even probably on Instagram. You might not even be on TikTok anymore. There might be something new about that I don't even know about. To be like, I need to make sure my video content performs. Let me do it on Twitter is so fucking stupid. I can't even begin to describe to you how much of a waste of time that is. Your video content on Twitter is never gonna be a thing. And then when I saw Dave do it, a piece of me died because I remember getting the blue check and thinking like, I think this is good for business. I think this is good for me personally to have a check. I think it brings me a level of like clout or what's the word I'm looking for? Because I'm demented. Whatever.
Respect.
Yeah, respect. Let's say. And so I was happy to Gaz said, email me with like your like license, picture your license or something like that, and you get your blue check mark. And so I did it.
Which is like what people are arguing about what a check mark is now. It's verification. Like, yeah, that's what it's always been.
Yeah, it's always been you're verified. But I remember you and Hank and Dave didn't do it, and it almost became like it was like counterculture, you know. And it was like a funny little like you guys were like rebel against the cause. But then for him, the leader of the no checkmark gang, to be like, yeah, I bought it.
It is. I want to pull up his tweet. His tweet about it is arguably,
dude. I'm not even.
It's a terrible.
I'm not even like talking shit about it. It just hurt me. I was like, no, say it ain't so. It's one of those say it ain't so moments. Like this can't. I thought it was a joke. I thought what he did. I thought he got the blue check mark, and I was ready to give him credit in like a comedic fashion.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
now
That's what I'm saying. I'll go wherever the winds go. If they're being lamer, I'll go to the other one.
If the rich guy is now like, and now I'll get the check mark and I'll pay. Fuck you, losers. That's funny.
Sounds right.
But he did it. Now Twitter Blue has actual utility. It lets me post longer videos, which I need to be able. This reads like a fucking ad.
Yeah.
I swear to God, this reads like
Which,
ad
like,
copy.
I mean, like, we used to sell Musk Portnoy shirts. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if this is like a "Hey Elon,
help me out," or like, "Hey, Ian, look at me," sort of thing. I mean, this is exactly how companies send you ad copy. It lets me post longer videos, which you need to be able to do, and it amplifies my tweets, which helps as well.
Yes,
what?
I bought it. Here's what people got to understand. I didn't want the check mark when Twitter was run by idiots, and the blue check mark was just a fake that sentence right there. The blue check mark was just a fake status symbol for losers to suck their own cock and pretend they had influence in their opinion.
Guess what? It still is.
It's literally what it is.
It still is.
What's the second one say?
And that's now Twitter has actual utility. It lets me post longer videos, which I need to be able to do, and amplifies my tweets, which helps as well. It's ironic all the losers who base their identity on the blue check are now refusing to pay for it when it actually helps for the first time. Just shows how dumb the original blue check mark brigade is and always will be. It's just, I guess, the fallacy or whatever you want to point out in the argument here is that it's going to help. Like, it's not going to help you do anything.
I mean, I guess if I understand it, like, you can only be on the For You page if you have a blue check mark.
Yeah, it's not going to show you to accounts that don't follow you.
But
on
like
the For You
Twitter,
page.
using Twitter to be like a internet personality is gone, and it never really was anything except in our little world. In the Barstool world, we deemed it something, and so our fans, it kind of means something. It's still the best place to get news, I think. It's still, if you follow the right people, can be some of the funniest content. But if you're talking about your video content getting in front of eyeballs and you're wasting a single second on Twitter, it's crazy. Let alone $1. It's not about the money. $8 a month I don't care about, but it's just like to be like, no, I need to be able to post longer videos. First of all, we have accounts that will post the video and then you retweet it and you do quote tweet or whatever or tweet video and you could do it yourself. But more importantly, it's like, no, it doesn't. Okay, so what? You're gonna get like 100,000 views, Twitter views on your video instead of like 75,000 or whatever these fucking numbers are. Like the viral video numbers in Twitter are not. They don't mean anything.
Right.
No one is like selling their Twitter video series.
Yeah.
Like that's not a fucking thing. So I don't know. I love the people who are like, I didn't ask for a check mark and now you gave it to me. Take it away. It's like fucking shut up, all of you. Alyssa Milano, I think, was like crying all day long.
It is funny to see it all. Like, well, then like everyone's like, well, I'm not getting it. He's like, well, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the blue check marks are. That's what they were the whole time.
Right. Yeah. It honestly,
you give them to the celebrities, the fucking people left to buy it. That's what the whole thing's been the same thing the whole time.
Right. Like that's where these people are getting caught up because the whole argument was, like now people can impersonate me. There was the company that had their stock drop. The pharmaceutical company. Remember somebody tweeted them. Yeah. So it's like Twitter is just gonna make sure that doesn't happen. Give out the tweets, give out the checks that they deem need to be verified, and that's it. And now
that's what they did as soon as they.
But now they're mad about that. It's like it's like you clearly your whole argument.
The whole thing was like we're giving voice to the people, and I'm sure his statement has changed. He's just a loser like that. Yeah. We kind of talked about this the other day with Rowan. We were talking about Trump, where it's like I don't fucking care about politics one way or the other. I don't know. I don't even know what Musk represents. I know he is an uncool person who wants to be cool, and that is the most uncool thing you can do. Yeah. And his like,
and
we're gonna give our voice to the people, and then guess what? Those people are now mad because fucking you made them buy it, and then you're like, wait, none of the celebrities want to buy. Fine, everyone who's a celebrity gets a verification.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right.
That's what it was the whole time.
And what sucks the most, Elon Musk was in position to actually be really cool. Like in this era where nerd culture has taken over and being like the smart nerdy guy is cool in a way. Like if he just bought Twitter and didn't try to be funny and he let whoever needs to run it, and he was just like, yeah, man, I don't know, like I believe in the free speech of I like the platform and we want to make it better, and like that's it, he would be cool. It'd be like, oh, he like the space nerd guy is now like involved in social media and it's whatever. He'd be like Zuckerberg-esque. I guess that's not cool per se because he's not cool either. But he was in a position to do it the right way and just be like, I bought this thing and I'm going to try to do something with it. And instead has just been like, I'm the comedian and I'm the cool guy and I have cool friends.
I screenshot Reddit and tweet it. Yeah. I'm hilarious, aren't I?
Dogecoin, meme lord or whatever they fucking call him. By the way.
Do you still have money in Hoge?
Oh, yeah. That's going to hit
for
one
the
day.
day that you're just like, oh, shit.
I'm telling you, man, that's going to hit one day. Me and Tommy Lay are going to retire.
Tom Lay's heavily invested in Hoge.
Oh, big time. He's going to have like $100 million if it hits. Elon is just he's... now what's happening is the same thing that always happened with his science, where he gets credit for all these things. Like his spaceship blew up the other day. And so the experiment was like, they need to be able to try to get this spaceship off the ground, and they did that. So they were like, it's a success. I get that. I understand. That was like the hurdle they were trying to get over, and so they did it. But like, it got in the air and then just blew the fuck up, and everyone sucking his dick for an explosion is just like everything else he's ever done. But they just suck his dick for saying things like, okay, so you want, one day this will take us to Mars, so this was the first step. Who gets all this fucking credit for the very first step in like 1 million more steps that need to happen? We're going to be able to travel anywhere on the planet in 30 minutes. We're going to have the underground train tunnels that take you everywhere. We're going to be able to like circumvent the globe. All these things that he just says, and everyone sucks his dick the same way that an exploding spaceship is now some big fucking thing to celebrate, because that means we're gonna get to Mars, tomorrow? No, never. It's fucking never gonna happen.
The fact that anyone celebrates it one way or another is so like, dude, Elon did it, or hell yes, Elon failed. Like, it's a rocket. Fucking, what the fuck does it matter to you?
People
at all?
It is interesting how much people got bent out of shape about him. He became
there are rockets all the fucking time.
Political,
I don't care one way. What the fuck? There's a rocket.
But I think that it's inherently impressive that like this guy has a private company. And he's like, we can go to space. That's an achievement that like.
But I mean, like people who were happy that it blew up, or people like either way, your reaction should be like,
right,
a rocket went off.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Unless it's like we as a people need to get off this planet ASAP because a meteor's coming. We need to get to Mars. I don't think you should have any interest in fucking rockets.
Right. Like, fucking Elon's wrong. It blew up. Or Elon's right. It took off.
Yeah.
It's a fucking rocket.
It does not change your life one fucking bit, man.
How are you possibly putting any stake or celebration in this at all? It's because of Elon Musk? Okay.
Crazy, man. But even crazier than that, it's the craziest. It's Riggs buying it.
Huh?
Riggs buying it.
Riggs was one. He was quick. He was like, all right, I fucking bought it. Because that was funny when like they were like, they're all gone, and it was like,
except for Riggs.
You saw like it was like Riggs. There were a couple of people here, a couple of employees were like.
And I know Riggsy well. I know Riggsy well enough to know he's a savvy guy. He quickly played the whole card of kind of what you just said, like, well, caring what I spend my money on is lame too.
Yeah, right.
And it is. This whole thing's inherently lame. But we as a society do that, have done that, and will always do that.
Yeah.
What you wear, what you drive, all that shit is like we're judging you for what you spend your money on. Yeah. If you're the asshole who has the truck with the kit, or like you have a small dick. You're the guy who wears the big red boots. You're fucking lame. Like all that shit. So I'm not gonna let that fly. Nice try, Riggsy. Nice try. You're still a lame loser. We're all fucking
That's what
losers
today Tommy fucking posted a video of Oreo 55 taking 7 minutes to do the crossword, and I was like, guess what, Tommy? You're gonna tweet that video, and I can still quote to it and go, you have to buy Twitter to tweet this video. So who comes out looking like the bigger asshole at the end of it?
Oreo 55, man. That guy, he's a legend.
It is. I mean, today took me 6.5 minutes, and that's particularly long for me. I'm usually, Nick said 7.5 minutes. That was a significant amount of creative license. I usually live in the minute and a half range. But I
mean, if you don't know a word, you're fucked. Like it could take you 10 minutes.
I had a. Tommy had the camera on me the entire time. Pressure was out. Not Riggs. Rudy was there chiming in. Keegs was there chiming in.
And credit to you for even doing that.
I was like, I knew it would be funny. I was like, and then I was like, fine, I'm not doing it. And then I like stopped for a while. Today's for Oreo 55 was there's an asterisk next to it. There were a couple of things going on. When Oreo 55 is just on the couch watching Barry reruns.
2 minutes.
About a minute and a half to 2 minutes is about where I like to live.
All right, I gotta start. I gotta start seeing where.
But now, like, it is definitively kind of ruined because, like, Even if I'm like, I don't fucking care, it's still in the back of my mind and it's affecting how I play.
The internet ruins everything. Everything. Because in the past, nobody would know your results. You know? And, or
Just
you,
did
or you
the
could
cry,
lie
just-
or whatever. You could, like whatever.
I also like when I do old ones, I do fucking I don't count it as cheating. I count it as like I don't know what this word is. I'm looking it up. Like I don't know. I don't like fucking when you don't know the answer, you figure out what the answer is.
Well, I mean, a crossword puzzle is cheating.
But it's like I guess like I consider
That's
it
the whole point of a crossword
I like
puzzle.
surrendered. Like,
Oh,
it's like,
okay, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know the answer to this.
Well,
Like,
that's fine. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not like still checking my time. I'm like, I don't know what that answer
no,
is.
yeah.
I'm looking it up.
But if you're like, I did the crossword puzzle, but you used the fucking.
No, because I do. Because I like to. Like I do. There's you obviously get one a day, but then like when I'm sitting on the couch, I just go play old ones because I like doing it.
Yeah, totally.
And sometimes I'll get to a point I'm like, I just don't know.
Reveal
what that
word
is.
or whatever.
And
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
like, yes, I guess it's like I jokingly say I cheat on the crossword, not on the fucking day of, but I say I cheat.
It's
on
all
the,
so stupid.
But like
It's all so insane.
I say I cheat on the old ones. I'm like I don't know the answer to that.
God.
I wonder what that answer is. I
I
wonder what the word a word to describe a French restaurant is. I'll figure that out.
bistro.
People fucking. I consider it learning. Other people call it cheating.
I really, man, I feel like it's equally as lame to be the person who's like, I just want to, like, I want it all to disappear or whatever. But like, I'm at my wit's end, man. We're gonna have to do this, like, and live in this world and live in this job for another like 30, 40 years. I don't think I can do another couple.
It's ruined.
It's ruined. Life is ruined.
It is. I actually have a segment on that I want to do, but the star of that segment isn't here today, and I'm gonna say we'll do it at the live show. We'll do it in Houston. I will debut it. Get your tickets to Houston. You're aware of it. I texted you about it already, but I screen recorded it, so we have it. And what I want to tell them. Come to Houston.
Just come to Houston. If you're in Houston, come see the show. It'll be worth it. Just do a couple voicemails brought to you by Pirate Water. I don't know if we're supposed to publicly talk about this, but I'm gonna. We already hit our year one goal for cases moved of Pirate Water. We started on March 1st, I think. Mm-hmm. It is now end of April. The year goal has been hit
2 months.
in 2 months. The goal is 1 million cases this year. For that's like the high end goal. Our like achievable goal was already hit. What we want to hit is 1 million, and at this rate, especially with the summer months coming up, and when people really start to get into it, we have new flavors coming, all that shit. I think we're gonna hit 1 million fucking cases of Pirate Water. So this is not, we've launched plenty of products in our time at Barstool and different merch and different things, and some of them have hit and some of them haven't. And you always want to try to sell like all the products as best you can, but I don't think we've ever had a hit like this on our hands where it's just fucking flying. So it is like it's exactly what the vision of it. It just came true, and it came true in 2 months. It's like the party drink. It's what everybody is. They got to get their hands on it. They want to party with it. And I'll say that right now there's 4 flavors out that are all pretty good. I think that they realize now that they have a hit on their hands, so they're really putting in time and effort to their next flavors. And some of the next ones are going to smash.
Incredibly delicious.
Smash. So get your Pirate Water. Go to drinkpiratewater.com.
If you're going to EDC, if you're going to Rolling Loud,
All the
if you're going
festivals is gonna be
Windy
at.
City Music Festival. Look out for your Pirate Water there.
They're gonna pop up everywhere now. All the parades, all the festivals, all the parties, all the concerts. They know now that they got a hit on their hands.
You see someone holding the Pirate Water, you're like, I know that's the person I can fuck with.
And everybody's also just intrigued. If they haven't had it yet, they're like, I gotta have it. I want to have it. What is this? What's the logo?
Literally everyone I talk to is like, what's the deal with Pirate Water?
And everyone who comes through here looks at it. They like pick up the can. They're like, holy shit, what is this? So it's a hit with the party, with the design, with the sales, all of it. So go get yours. You go to drinkpiratewater.com. You can find out. You can order it online if you want. You can also just find out the local stores, liquor stores, Walmarts, gas stations, corner stores that are selling it. And you can go get yours for $2, 10% alcohol by volume, 16-ounce can. It is it's a party weapon. It is like it is the perfect little party in a can. So go get yours Let's get our voicemails done.
Hey, KFC, Nick, Jackie Pavs, and the Barstool Beast himself, Feitelberg. Don't worry, if you do get fired, there's always a place for you as an OnlyFans partner with Alex. She'd love to work with you. But, question. If Gerard Butler's characters he plays in his movies, so like Law-Abiding Citizens, Citizen, all the Fallen movies, 300, Geostorm, any of them, so all the Gerard Butler characters in a battle royale, which movie?
I love Danny Steele. This guy, he's right up our alley. He just knows what we're about. This is an impossible question for you, I'd imagine.
I don't know that it is.
Oh, really? You think there's a runaway?
It comes down to two, I think. It's Mike from the Fallen, Mike Banning.
Okay.
And I actually don't know if it's Bannon or Banning. I think it's Banning.
I think it's Banning too.
I can never tell by the
I
pronunciation
think
in this
it's.
movie.
I think there's a.
Or Law-Abiding Citizen.
I think it's Homeboy from 300.
Fuck. No. Leonidas is getting his show fucking
What?
run, bro. I don't know if so. Let's see. So is it Banning or Bannon? Banning, right?
Yeah, Banning.
Banning. Okay, so it's either Banning or it's my guy from Law-Abiding Citizen, and that's easy. They'd give Leonidas the work.
In what,
Bro.
in what is your like evidence here?
Bro, with my eyes, dog. With my eyes. Dude, Leonidas.
First of all, with your eyes, Gerard Butler was on so many steroids to be Leonidas, so you're wrong for that. What are you talking about? Leonidas is like a real person who was like the toughest guy of all time.
Or so I'm looking at the.
We're not talking about like who I want to protect the president. We're not talking about who I want to run a heist. We're talking about just like fight to the death.
We're cutting out him playing a literal god, right?
Yeah,
that doesn't count. But we're not cutting out him playing a literal like warrior from like the most notorious warrior state that has ever existed.
That dude's a bitch.
Still lost. Though.
That dude's a bitch. That dude couldn't even beat the Persians.
Bro.
And they're an extinct people.
300. There's only 300 of them.
He
was in 007? He was in.
I mean, he must have been like an extra or something. Like, I mean, that was 20 years ago. He couldn't have been in anything really. Couldn't have been a character. I mean, that's not 20. It's 30 years ago, right?
No, it was the later one. But yeah, it's still in the 90s. Yeah, you're right. It's like 30 years ago. Like 25 years ago.
Yeah, what was he in his 20s? Yeah, he must have been. I bet if you watched it, he'd be unrecognizable. He'd be so quick and so young.
Yeah, he plays a leading seaman.
Yeah. That's
How about Jay Nix tossing out a thirst trap a couple hours ago? You see this?
Yeah, I saw it right after I made fun of her.
And then how about her caption? Dunno. Sorry, dunno.
Corinthians 4:13. I think Leonidas doesn't even. I don't think Leonidas makes it to the final four.
I mean, you haven't even given me a reason. You just keep saying that over and over again.
Because he get his shit run, dude.
Why? How?
He get fucking killed. He get killed
in hand-to-hand combat. You think that?
Yes. I think any Secret Service agent right now would kill Leonidas. Never mind a super.
I think you're fucking insane.
I think.
Do you know how much like physical action those guys see? None.
Do you know how much they're trained for? All of it.
They don't do it,
bro.
Leonidas fought every day of his life for survival.
The fact that you think Leonidas, bro, a fucking beat cop could run Leonidas' show.
Lost.
That
is insane. Literally every single day of his life, he had to fight for survival with a fucking sword and shield.
That's
yes, it is.
They did some training on scarecrows and they went through the fucking field.
Get the fuck out of here. The city-state of Sparta was constantly fighting. They were constantly at war, and he was leading all of them. You would think that some guy with a little earpiece being like, the president's here, make sure that the fucking road's clear, is going to be tougher than that guy?
Yes.
Suck my dick, you fucking...
Not the Secret Service people who handle counterfeit. Secret Service people who are like retired Marines, retired Navy. Run Leonidas out of the
Get
fucking
the fuck out of here,
building,
dude.
So
They're
Den
old.
Den of Thieves, Law-Abiding Citizen, and Mike Banning are giving him the work quick, fast. And then we can get on
Bounty Hunter might beat all of them.
Huh?
Bounty Hunter might beat all of them.
I was going to say, the dude from The Ugly Truth probably kicks the shit out of Leonidas.
Crazy.
Leonidas, bro, Google it. Leonidas was probably 5'5". He fucking...
That you might be true. That, you might have me
Leonidas
there.
was 5'5", $130.
Yeah, that might be very true.
5'6".
5'6", bro. Leonidas wouldn't make it out of this room alive.
That part might be true, yeah.
Hand-to-hand combat, Leonidas is not a top 4 tough.
Hold on, this is a different Leonidas.
Oh, wait.
He's a center forward.
Center forward? What does that mean?
Oh, 6'2",
6'2", motherfucker.
6'2"?
Well, no, wait. No,
Wait.
that's
As portrayed by the 6'2" guy.
So now we need, what is the height and weight of the Greek king? 6'7", 240, motherfucker.
No, we're looking
that's a Greek basketball player.
Damn it. Who knew there's so many people named Leonidas? You know why? Because they named it after him because he's a fucking gangster.
Dude, Leonidas was just John in ancient Greece. The, let's, I don't know. How big is he? I bet he wasn't that big.
It's all fucking relative.
From 5'7" to 5'10".
It's all relative.
It's all relative until you step in the ring with Mike Banning.
He's 5'7" to 5'10". He's like their modern day. He's like their day's fucking MMA fighter.
Sure. He's going to get his ass kicked by Mike Banning.
You think that Mike Banning's going to beat up a fucking MMA savage right now?
Yep.
No way.
Yes, dude.
No fucking way.
Leonidas, like, again, he's not a
Mike Banning is nothing but a reckless asshole with a gun.
He doesn't make it to the Final Four.
Mike Banning, take away Mike Banning's guns, he ain't shit, bro.
Please, dude. You talk about a knife, maybe you got an argument. But Mike Banning
He's
will run
such
a
a
knife
fucking
through your
chump,
head.
too. It's like, what kind of a fucking loser is willing to die for the president? Let's talk about that. Put my life on the line for that dickhead? Fuck you. That guy sucks.
The machine gun preacher, he'll probably...
How is Gerard Butler not on this show yet? Come on, dude.
It is...
There's nobody else in the world who gives him this much play.
All of this had to do... Like, fuck. When this first came up, I had something I wanted to say.
Dementia, dude. I'm telling you, we're going to die soon.
There is... Fuck.
Next voicemail.
Wait, what was his voicemail? Because it was right after the voicemail. I was like, oh, I had something to say about that.
It was if you're going to do OnlyFans with Alex.
Yeah.
And then he said if there was a battle royale, who would win? That was it.
That was it.
That was it. You should take up that offer, though.
They're goddamn.
You have permission to quit
dude.
this show and go be an OnlyFans star with Alex Cole if you want to. I would totally understand.
The
next voicemail.
I get awkward when that comes.
I would too.
How do you respond to?
I would too. Because the problem is, it's not a joke. It's just like very, very serious. Like this porn star wants to fuck you, and you can get paid to do it. Pretty cool.
I'd rather argue about Mike Banning, please. And that's what Twitter is. It's people who are offered sex, and they say, "Can I argue about dumb shit instead?"
Yep.
KFC fights. Nick, Jackie, Pavs, longtime listener, was eating drive-through McDonald's on the highway today. Girlfriend and I were debating, do you think there have been more McDonald's French fries dropped between the crevice of the center console and the two front seats, or the total number of Jews that died in the Holocaust? For reference, I believe there was about 7 million Jews that died in the Holocaust, so I think there's been more than 7 million French fries dropped between that center console. Viva.
Bro. Never. Did you guys know that was coming? No. Did you? Never in I thought, never in a billion years did I see Holocaust coming. Bravo.
You got your fucking food sitting there, right? You got the McFlurry, get that in a cup holder, get the bag, you got the McChicken, here you go. Oh, a fry went down.
I wonder.
You think we lost more fries or Aries in the 40s? like how is that? Babe, you know what? That's a good question. I've been thinking about this.
Oh my God.
That just rang a bell in my head. Jews in the Holocaust had a tough go, huh?
What did you think he was going to say?
I thought he was going to say how many, or cell phones dropped.
Right. Or it's always these things like, or like...
was it French fries dropped or cell phones dropped? Not fucking French fries or human beings turned to ash. Jesus Christ, dude. That is turns to ash.
Oh my God.
Jesus
We might legit get in trouble for this one. But that
Why? We didn't say anything.
No, but we're just laughing so hard.
I mean, it's unbelievably funny.
Dude, the way he delivered that is...
Nothing gets edited. This is
No,
unbelievably funny.
This is all staying. This is
definitely
the
staying.
Pirate Water logo might not be on this one.
Yeah. Put
Yo.
that on the Gerard Butler debate.
The way he just said it. So, or Jews in the Holocaust. Like,
In fact, that's what Walt Disney based the French fry on. He was like, he always had Holocaust on the brain. And he was like, Walt was like, look, those guys were doing some good things. I'd like to leave a similar mark on the world.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. He was big into human genetics. And
I mean, to answer the question,
I can't think of a joke.
I can't think. To answer the question, I don't think we're touching. No, it's French fries.
It's for sure French fries.
Yeah,
Dude, it's for sure.
Yeah.
For sure it's French fries, dude.
It's 100 million
Well,
served.
Yeah, it's not even close.
It's billions and billions served.
Yeah.
But then you got to think of, okay, if there's a billion, let's just call it 1 billion for sake. Every fry has, let's call it from a small to a large, let's call it 30, at least like average 30 fries. Right?
Oh, way more than that. I was gonna say 100.
But like a small is like fucking 10.
Oh, you were saying an average.
An average.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Sure.
But then, you got to find out how many people drove through, really. Not how many people got served.
Dude, I think this is only a debate if we're talking about a single McDonald's location. If we're talking about the McDonald's in the world, it's fucking... it's not
You think there's been 6 million fries from one location spilled in the car?
Yes!
Yeah?
Yes!
Yeah? I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just trying to lay it out here.
Like, depending on how long that establishment has been there.
When I drive home, I'll be honest, I have not spilled French fries in my car the last 20 times I've gone to McDonald's.
I haven't gone to McDonald's in a car in probably 10 years.
Well, so now we're making cases for the Jews, okay?
But
I get what he's saying. It's a thing. You're reaching. You drop a couple here and there. I'm not saying it can't happen.
I think if I were to go to McDonald's right now, get a bag, get an order. I'm solo. I'm alone. I'm not with Bay in the car.
Right.
I'm not with fucking what was Hitler's girlfriend's name?
Eva Braun.
Yeah, Eva Braun's not riding shotgun with me. but I'm just going alone. So I get my bag of food, put it in the passenger seat, of course. Put a seatbelt on it because that's going to get the thing going.
Naturally.
And then I start reaching over eating my fries.
You're dropping a couple?
Oh, maybe 10.
10, 20?
Yeah, then you're going down.
Bro,
they're not all going right between the crack. If it has
to be between the console.
Spilled fries,
yeah.
If we're going through that crack, 3.
1 or 2, yeah.
But
then a million people do that like every, year or whatever, and that, then it adds up.
If we're talking about a McDonald's location that's been there for 10 years, there's one in Fall River, Massachusetts that has been there my entire life. It's right off Ellsbury Street, off by 24 Rotary. That thing is the Auschwitz of McDonald's.
Dude, if I could take a Men in Black mind eraser just to be able to experience that guy saying 6 million Jews in the Holocaust again, I would do it.
Just for reference.
If I could,
in case you've never heard of history, there's a god 6 to 7 million Jews.
if I could live, I think we've done a question before, like if you were Drew Barrymore in 50 First Dates, what day would you want to live over and over again?
Yeah.
I think I would be forced to pick this day just to relive the reveal that his other side of the hypothetical was the Holocaust. It was that good of a moment.
If you're listening, today's been a grind. Kevin and I have been talking nonstop for 7 hours.
The last thing I wanted to do was voicemails, and this proved to be well worth it. well worth it. Automatic first ballot voicemail Hall of Fame. We'll be talking about this one for a decade to come.
100%.
Remember the McDonald's?
We'll be debating this in Houston. This will be in Houston, Dallas, Austin.
The graphics that I'm going to make Nick whip up for this one, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to have to do some arches and some gas chambers.
We'll do Nuggets versus 9/11 after.
God damn.
What do you think people say is more underrated? Dunkin' Donuts hash browns or 9/11? All right,
It's Cameron on
that's
KFC Radio.
Cameron.
Yeah.
It's the playoffs. The Boston Bruins are up 3-1. They will be up 4-1, a.k.a. win the series on Wednesday, which means that you have time to get your gear in order for round 2. Could do a gentleman's sweep is what we call it. We got pasta shirts. We got McAvoy shirts. We got the brush shirts. I don't think I can say any of these names because they're not technically their shirts. But we got all kinds of Boston Bruins gear. Celtics are in the playoffs. I don't know if you're a New York listener. All your teams are in the playoffs too, until they run into a Boston team. That is. So go get the coolest gear. The coolest. It genuinely is. Sometimes I get so annoyed making this stuff where I'm like I put in effort and try and make cool things, and other times it's just easier to just be like Boston hockey. But I don't know. Whatever. I liked it. I like to work on it. I like to try. I'd love you to go buy it if you are. I don't know, in the mood to wear shirts from the winning team because they're going to win the Stanley Cup championship. Stanley Cup final. I don't know why I said championship. Whatever. So why settle for basic when you could stand out with Barstool Sports? That's a tagline I had to say. Anyway, go to store.barstoolsports.com.
Have you written for a lot of people?
I've written for a few people.
You don't talk about it, though?
Some of them is under confidentiality, and you're not supposed to talk about it.
Would those names surprise people, you think?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like people probably have some guesses out there of who it would be, but
Thing about it is, look, if you want another job, don't blow the spot.
Yeah, be smart about it.
Right,
Yeah.
But
Speaking of,
we're in
though,
an era now, though, too. Like, to me, it's people don't care like they used to about who wrote it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, now it's kind of like whatever. You know,
Right,
you hear,
yeah.
it's a reference
Particularly
track.
after the Drake one.
Yeah, I mean,
Right,
once it was like pretty obvious that like Drake uses it sometimes, it was like, well, I don't know, he's the biggest fucking artist in the world right now, and you know. But I mean, in your era, I feel like that's like your career's over. You know what I mean? You find out
absolutely,
that
absolutely.
except in like weird, you know, like Jay writing "Still Dre" for Dre was always kind of like allowed. You know what I mean? Like certain instances, it feels like
I think Dr. Dre, Puff, even Baby to a certain extent, are entertainers more than rappers. You know
so
what I'm
people
saying?
kind of give them that.
Yeah, like
that-
it's not
that
like
lever-
it's not like
leash.
they trying to be the best rapper. They're not competing to say be a lyricist. Puff isn't trying to be a best lyricist. Dr. Dre is like, I'm a producer.
Right.
You could tell whoever Dr. Dre's around, it writes for him. You know, on the Straight Outta Compton, a few of them sound like Anderson Cooper. I mean, not Paul Anderson Cooper. Fucking Anderson Cooper.
It does not sound like Anderson Cooper.
Anderson
Paak.
Paak. You know what I'm saying? So I think who he around and who he likes, that matters too. But Dre's a great talent at finding talent. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think people care about Dr. Dre as much as they would care about if somebody wrote something for Jay-Z.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Where are you on good terms with Jay-Z these days? I know things were kind of tumultuous over the years, right?
He brought me out for his B-Sides concert. We spoke the day after. Haven't seen him since. So as far as I know, last time we spoke, we're cool. Matter of fact, that's a lie. That's a lie. We was on a Zoom call about 8-9 months ago about something for the new mayor, maybe a year ago. So we was all on the Zoom and we was calling the Zoom too.
That's good. I feel like,
Yeah.
you know, squashing any of that shit and just, you know, making money and
Yeah, I
taking-
mean, we're all loaded and nobody really got hurt behind it. It's all music shit and so niggas just move on.
I was always interested. I think there was a healthy respect or like even fear for you when it came to that on that front. I don't think many people wanted to fuck with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was some things said and Jay-Z never really took it another level. You know what I mean? I feel like
Right.
people were like, just leave that is. Like leave it alone.
Yeah.
Killer Cam for a reason, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Jay-Z anybody else, but I'll keep going. I'm not going to really stop at that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even talking about Jay-Z because, you know, different rappers, different beefs, different times, whatever. But, you know, I'm kind of funny too. And
Yeah, man.
And I couldn't incorporate that. And it could be hard or it could be funny. Pause. So.
All right, big thanks for watching. If you made it through this whole episode, that means you should be subscribed. There's so many of you out there who watch and don't subscribe, so make sure you are a KFC Radio subscriber. Make sure you get all the content when it drops. Click that button now.
I have 9 fingers. I'm still subscribed. It's that easy.